Okay, this is the final question, question 10a. In the diagram below, O is the origin. OE is given as 2 times EF. M is the midpoint of EG, and OG is equal to C and OF is equal to D. We are asked to find FG. This is the first question. Second question, we are asked to find EG. Okay, so we will first draw the figure. So this is the figure that is given. M is the midpoint of E, G, and that is O. Now, from the vector property, if we are given Fg, then this can be rewritten as OG vector minus OF vector. Now, since OG vector is C and OF is D, so if I were to take this as 1, therefore 1 is rewritten as Fg vector is equal to C minus D. That's a solution. Now next is we are asked to find EG, right? EG, we need to get EG. Now let me write EG first. What is actually EG? EG vector from the property, or I need to give one more point. This point is F. Okay, that's critical. This point is F. So you observe this EG is over here. So the destination is G. So we move from E to F and then F to G. Okay, so this has to be solved. But what is EF? EF is actually OF minus OE, is it not? So what is OE? OE is 2 times EF, right? This is given 2 times EF. So we substitute 2 times EF here. So this is OF minus 2 times EF. Already you have EF. You push this to the other side. So you have EF plus 2 times EF is equal to OF. So therefore OF is 3 times EF. But what is EF? So EF is equal to 1 over 3 times of OF. So if we were to take this as say sum 2, we have got EF and we have OF. So therefore 2 is going to be EG vector is equal to 1 over 3 times OF vector plus FG vector. But we will have to evaluate what is FG vector. That is also critical, right? So let's do that. So if you were to go here, Fg is C negative D. So you can state that Fg vector is evaluated as C negative D. So Eg vector is equal to 1 over 3 times OF. What is OF? Now OF vector is D, is it not? So we need to substitute that. So this is D positive C minus D. Okay, so I'm going to use the space here. So you have EG vector is equal to 1 over 3 times D. This is C negative D. C negative D. So you have 1 over 3 times D, negative D, positive C. This is going to give you negative 2 over 3 D positive C, and it can be written as C negative 2 over 3 times D. This is my EG vector. Okay, so we have got that also. Okay, so now we are asked to find, this is the next question, OM vector. Okay, so this is the vector that is being asked. Now M is actually the midpoint of EG. So I'm going to state that here, since M is the midpoint of EG, this means I can write MG. I can write MG vector to be half of EG vector. EG is the entire line. Okay. Now it is imperative to understand that the requirement is OM. Okay. Now how do we get OM? Suppose we have this GM. GM is nothing but from the laws of vector, OM minus OG vector. Now I would say I would have to get this GM. So from here, OM vector is nothing but GM vector plus OG vector. Okay. Now GM is required. Do we have GM? That is the all important question that we will have to actually obtain. GM. We do not have GM, but we have MG. So since GM vector is equal to negative of MG, and MG is what? And MG vector is half times of EG, and EG vector is what? EG vector is this, C minus 2 over 3 times D. C minus 2 over 3 times D. So we have MG is given to be equal to 1 over 2 times EG, and EG is C negative 2 over 3 times D. So this means MG is equal to 1 over 2 times C negative 2 over 3 times D, which is 1 over 2 times C negative 1 over 3 times D. This is my MG. But GM is nothing but negative of MG. So this is equal to negative of 1 over 2 times C negative 1 over 3 times D, which is 1 over 3 times D negative 1 over 2 times C. So we have GM to be equal to 1 over 3 times D negative 1 over 2 times C. Now we need to get the value for OM. Now OM is equal to GM plus OG, and OG is equal to C. It is given in the question. So substitute the value for GM. So OM is equal to 1 over 3 times D negative 1 over 2 times C positive C. So this is 1 over 3 times D positive C negative 1 over 2 times C. And this is going to give me OM is equal to 1 over 3 times D. From C you take away 1 over 2 times C. So it's going to be 1 over 2 times C. So this is the final solution for this question. Okay, so this is the next question. We have been given the matrices P, Q, R given below, and in terms of scalar constants A, B, C. Okay, now P is equal to 3A, negative 9 and 7. Q is equal to negative 1, negative 4, P and 1. Now R is equal to C, negative 4, negative 3 and 8. Okay, this is what we have got. Now we are given P positive Q is equal to R. We are asked to find A, B and C. So this is a solution. So 3A, negative 9, 7, negative 1, negative 4, B 1 is equal to C, negative 4, negative 3 and 8. Okay, so we add 3, negative 1, A, negative 4, negative 9 plus B, 7 added with 1 is equal to C, negative 4, negative 3, 8. 3 negative 1 is 2, A, negative 4, negative 9 plus B stays as it is, 7 added with 1, 8 is equal to C, negative 4, negative 3 and 8. Okay, I hope you're watching. Now equating, you get C is equal to 2, negative 9 plus B is equal to negative 3. You push this to the other side, B is equal to negative 3, positive 9, so B is equal to 6. Now over here, negative A, negative 4 is equal to negative 4. Push this to the other end, A is equal to negative 4, positive 4, so A is equal to 0. So therefore A is equal to 0, B is equal to 6 and C is equal to 2 are the values, right? Okay, this is the next question. We are asked to solve 5x negative 2y is equal to 4, 4, 2x positive 3y is equal to 10 using matrix method. You will have to apply matrix method, otherwise your solution is not considered at all. So what we are going to do in this case is rewriting using matrix method. At the solution start we get, so what do we get? 5, negative 2, 2, 3, the variables x and y equated to 44 and 10. I'm going to rewrite this as A times x is equal to B, where A is equal to 5, 2, negative 2, 3, x is equal to x, y, and B is equal to 44, 10. So you will have to express these elements like this specifically. Okay, so therefore x is equal to A inverse of B. Now A inverse has a formula. A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So we will have to get the adjoint of A. So adjoint of A, to get the adjoint of A, what we have to do is, this is A. A is 5, 2, negative 2, 3. We'll have to change the positions of 5 with 3, and when we are going this side we need to product multiple with a negative sign. So negative 2, positive 2. So this will be the adjoint value. So that is 3, negative 2, 2 and 5. And the determinant of A, that is going to be 5 with 3, negative 2 with negative 2, which is 15, negative positive 4, which is going to give me negative 19. So determinant of A is 19. So A inverse, so therefore A inverse is adjoint of A divided by determinant of A is equal to 1 over determinant of A. Adjoint of A matrix is 3, 2, 3, 2, negative 2 and 5. Okay, so this together gives me A inverse. So therefore x is going to be A inverse multiplied with B, which is 1 over determinant of A is 19 multiplied with 3, negative 2, 2 and 5. This is multiplied with B. B is 44 times. 44 and 10. So the row goes with a column. So this is 1 over 19. 3 multiplied with 44 plus 2 multiplied with 10. Negative 2 multiplied with 44 plus 5 multiplied with 10. This is 1 over 19. 3 4s are 12, 1 3 4s are 12, 13 added with 20. This is 88 added with 50. So this is 1 over 19. 20 added with 132 gives me 152. The 88 added with 50 with a negative sign. That will give me negative 38. So this is going to be 152 divided by 19, negative 38 divided by 19. Can 152 be divided by 19? That's a question. So 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27, 9 4s are 36, 9 8s are 72. So let us see, 8 times 9 is 72, carry 7, 8 1s are 8, added with 7 is 15. So as I mentioned to you, we already got the value. 19 divides 152, 8 times 19 divides 38 minus 2 times. Okay, so this is equated to x. This is equal to x, and what is x? X is nothing but x and y is equal to 8 and negative 2. So this means x is equal to 8 and y is equal to negative 2. But we cannot stop right there. Okay, we need to perform the check. So check with x is equal to 8 and y is equal to negative 2 for 5x negative 2y is equal to 44. So this is the first equation given. So 5 of 8 negative 2 of negative 2 should produce the right hand side. So 5 are 40, negative positive is 4, should produce the right hand side. 40 added with 4 is 44 is equal to right hand side. So this means the left hand side is equal to right hand side, which in turn means the check is true. So what does that mean? Check is true. Therefore the solution set is nothing but x is equal to 8 and y is equal to negative 2. So that's a solution for this question. Thank you everybody.